What's going on, everyone? So yesterday, David Pingalore said this. Hearing from NBA peeps, King James is the top of the Lakers list to trade the 39-year-old. Pelinka is looking for the right team to dance with and is close to a suitor. LeBron James and Anthony Davis were both out yesterday in the Boston Celtics game, which the Lakers ended up winning. And look, people have ran away with this. Now, many of you may know, many of you may not, but I do have a Laker channel. As It Stands Lakers. Go subscribe to that if you're a Laker fan and you're not subscribed to As It Stands Lakers and you're watching this Laker video. But it's not so much about the Lakers side of things. Talk plenty about the Lakers side of things on my Laker channel. I want to talk about the teams that may potentially go to trade for LeBron James, assuming that this report is accurate. Now, David is the guy that reported that LeBron James was going to go back to Cleveland like 2 years before LeBron went back to Cleveland. He said that, hey, he was hearing that that LeBron was checking in about a potential return and all that stuff. He also was the guy that when everybody was saying Kawhi Leonard was headed to the Lakers, he was one of the few people that was actively out there saying, nope, he's not going to the Lakers. He's going to the Clippers. He's going to the Clippers. Lakers were never an option. He's going to the Clippers. And ultimately, he went to the Clippers. But here's the thing. If this was 29-year-old LeBron James, then this would be a very different situation, a very different conversation. LeBron James would probably go for quite the return. Every team in the league would be trying to trade for LeBron James right now. But this isn't 29-year-old LeBron. This is 39-year-old LeBron. And I don't believe LeBron James is going to be traded. I want to make that clear. I don't believe that. It's one of those things, I'll believe it when I see it. Nothing really shocks me in the NBA, right? And I know a lot of people are like, well, LeBron's always honored his contracts. Yes, but he was also never 39 years old, and the Lakers, once again, are a play-in team and are struggling mightily. Although they just beat the Lakers and got to 500, still a team that's struggling pretty bad, right? So the circumstances are completely different compared to any other time in LeBron's career. And I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that LeBron asked the Lakers, hey, trade me. Or the Lakers have a sense of concern that he's going to leave and they don't want to lose him for nothing because they still have Anthony Davis under contract, right? And they want to build a contender around him, right? And I understand that you'd have all the salary cap and stuff like that when he falls up, but still, you got to get the pieces, you got to get the star, right? It's a weird spot for the Lakers to be in. Here's the thing. In this situation, there's not many teams that could go trade for LeBron, one. And two, the Lakers are going to want a return that makes sense. Now, obviously, if LeBron's going to leave regardless, better to get something rather than nothing, but they're also not going to want anything that's going to screw up them long term, right? So, for example, I see a lot of people throwing out the Knicks, right? Oh, man, LeBron on the Knicks. And yes, he makes a world of sense on the Knicks. That would be terrifying if he went to the Knicks. But what do the Knicks have that makes sense for the Lakers? The Lakers aren't going to want Julius Randle long term, right? So maybe you find a third team and you get something, but Julius Randle, Evan Fournier, and Grimes is not something I see the Lakers going, yep, that's the move. That's the deal. Now look, LeBron James would have a lot of power and a lot of control because he could just opt out and leave and go wherever he wants, but he also wouldn't be able to go to a team like the Knicks, right? He'd have to go to a team that has salary cap or is able to make salary cap, which is not going to be easy for most of the top contenders because most of the top teams are already flushed and don't have salary cap. Team like the Sixers could, right? So that's another team that could be an option. But again, what are the Lakers getting in return that makes sense from the Sixers, right? And does LeBron want to go to the Sixers? Joel Embiid, he's dealing with injury issues and stuff. You got to imagine that LeBron's going to want to go somewhere that's, okay, I have about as good of a chance as it gets to win. Another team I've heard is Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, look, again, the Thunder, the Timberwolves, teams like that, I think would make a world of sense. I just don't think LeBron would want to go there, especially the Thunder, because that's one of the things that they don't have is that big burly center or power forward, right? So, but LeBron on the Thunder, I mean, man, SGA, LeBron, and Chet would be tough, right? But again, what are they getting? What are the Lakers getting that makes sense from the Thunder, right? Maybe you do a Williams and a Josh Giddey, okay, right? Like that could be enticing, and they have like a ton, like they could give the Lakers like 5 firsts if they wanted to, and still have like 40 first round picks. They have so many picks, right? So the Thunder could definitely get to LeBron James, and I believe they have Mike Muscala's contract to kind of match salaries and stuff like that. So again, the Thunder could absolutely trade for LeBron. I actually think LeBron makes a ton of sense for the Thunder. Get a guy in SGA, which, look, we saw what LeBron and Kyrie were able to do. Him and SGA, I think, would be very similar. And then you'd also have Chet. But is LeBron going to want to go to the Thunder? That small market team. There's only one small market team I believe he'd want to go to. And that's why I really think, personally, it boils down to 2 options. Right? Because he's not going to go to like Sacramento. He's not going to go to like a Nuggets team. Definitely not going to go to the Clippers. Timberwolves and Thunder, I think, are 2 smaller markets. Mavericks, maybe he goes and plays with Kyrie and Luka, but like, again, what are the Mavericks going to give that makes sense? And can LeBron and Luka even play together? That's going to be tough. Talking about Luka, who's one of the highest usage players in NBA history, right? I get LeBron wants to play off ball, but not that much. Although he really wants to play. The Pelicans, don't see that happening. The Suns don't have a way to get there. You go out east. It's like the Heat, maybe, but like, again, the Lakers are probably not going to want Tyler Hero and, Duncan Robinson, right? So are they going to trade Bam Adebayo? I don't think Miami would want to do that, even for LeBron at this stage of LeBron's career. So I don't really see Miami. Orlando's not happening. Chicago's not happening. Atlanta, the Nets, you name it, right? The Pacers, I don't see happening. So to me, it really boils down to the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. I think they're the 2 teams that make a ton of sense for LeBron. I think make a ton of sense for both teams. And I think would put the Lakers in a position to where they can still compete and be relevant, right? Because again, you have Anthony Davis, but also the Lakers can't tank because they have their picks owed to the New Orleans Pelicans. So it's not like the Lakers can just say, okay, well, let's just hit the reset button. Let's trade LeBron. Let's trade AD. All of those things. Like, they can, yes, but you'd imagine that the Lakers just re-sign Anthony Davis, that they're going to want to give him a roster that's comparable, right? So to me, I look at it as like, okay, you could send him to the Warriors, right? Warriors are another team that is abysmal right now, but they're only a game back of the Utah Jazz from being in the 10th seed. They're 2 games back of the Lakers, which would be funny. But you go to LA, right? You have a starting 5 of Steph, Clay, Andrew Wiggins, LeBron James, and Draymond Green. Good luck to the rest of the league, right? If everyone's healthy, LeBron would add just so much to that team. It would be tough. Right? Warriors could definitely make the climb, definitely get back into the standings. And then, again, if you see them, good luck, right? I think LeBron James and Steph would love it. I think that they would welcome it. I think, even if LeBron didn't win a championship in Golden State, I think LeBron would look at it as like, hey, I get to play with Steph. Like, it'd be really cool to kind of like, see what we could do together, right? I just think that is something that, also, I think everyone, even as a Laker fan, I would love to see that, right? Even as a Laker fan, it's like, man, LeBron and Steph, I want to see that on the Lakers rather than the Warriors, but still, I think it makes sense for the Warriors, right? And you're trading something like a Chris Paul, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and a couple firsts, right? Boom. Lakers get some nice young talent. They have more draft picks that they can now use to trade pieces to maybe go get, that DeJounte Murray or whatever to pair with an Anthony Davis and kind of try to retool. You get that nice young up-and-coming guy in Jonathan Kuminga who looks like he has superstar potential, right? I could see something like that making sense for the Lakers to get some pieces. Worst case scenario, they have a bunch of trade chips now, so if a superstar does become available, like let's say, sticking with the Cavs, maybe Donovan Mitchell becomes available. Right? And the Lakers could go, man, like, all right, let's trade whatever we have to go get Donovan Mitchell. We have 2 of the Warriors first in the offseason. They'd have 3 first, right? Maybe they still go trade for a DeJounte Murray. And then in the offseason, they have 4 firsts and are able to package that with like Kuminga and Moody and whatever else to go and get Donovan Mitchell. And now the Lakers have DeJounte Murray, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Vanderbilt, Anthony Davis, and whatever else, right? Like, that would be a good spot for the Lakers to be in. So I think you could get and make the argument, kind of talk yourself into like, okay, like this makes sense for kind of all parties involved. The second place is, as I mentioned, is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, obviously, Cleveland, they're not going to want to trade Donovan Mitchell. The whole point of getting LeBron would probably be to keep Donovan Mitchell from leaving, right? Because, look, Donovan Mitchell could say at the end of this season, when the season's over, like, hey, you need to trade me because I'm going to opt out at the end of next season. And now Cleveland's got to look to trade Donovan Mitchell. So they could look at it as, man, if we get LeBron James, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, I don't believe that the Cavs would trade Evan Mobley. So what else could the Lakers get that would make sense? Now, again, this is another situation where I think I actually like this trade better than the Warriors, because I think you could do something if you're the Cavs, put a package together around like a Jared Allen and a Darius Garland, right? Along with like maybe 2 firsts, go get LeBron James. And now the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have Mobley, LeBron, and Donovan Mitchell as like their main core pieces to go try to win a championship. I mean, look at what Donovan Mitchell's been able to do without Darius Garland and Mobley. Imagine what he could do with just LeBron James. And then you add in Mobley, it's a pretty good spot to be in, right? It would suck for the Cavs to lose Jared Allen, but I think you could supplement that with the play of LeBron James and what LeBron James can provide for you, right? And put you in a pretty good position, right? And then, I mean, look, you have Mobley, right, who he's 6'11". He could always slide to the center position. LeBron's best at the 4. So you go Mobley at the 5, LeBron at the 4. You have Mitchell as your shooting guard or your point guard, however you want to go about it, right? And you're in good shape, right? The Cleveland Cavaliers would be fine. And then from the Lakers standpoint, you have Darius Garland, you have Austin Reeves, you have Jared Vanderbilt, you have Anthony Davis can now go to his natural position, which is the 4, and then you have Jarrett Allen at the 5. And I just think that is a very comparable starting lineup. Again, you'd have draft picks with Austin Reeves and D'Lo and everything else to where maybe you could go get that other star, right? Maybe go make another trade, make another move, or wait till the offseason to make another big move, right? Maybe, every year there's some star that becomes available, right? So every year there's the opportunity that like, hey, this guy's going to become available. And now maybe you get that piece to come in, and now you got a Garland, insert that star, Jared Vanderbilt, Anthony Davis, and Allen, and now you're a contender once again, right? To me, that would be the best move for the Lakers because it would give them at least a still competitive roster. I don't know if that would be enough to win a championship, right? But I think you would be good enough. You'd be competitive. Personally, this is just me, and I mentioned this on my Laker channel, so I'll give you a little snippet. If go watch the whole video on my Lakers channel. Again, as it stands, Lakers. But if I was to do the Cavs trade and I'm the Lakers, I would immediately go and pick and trade for Zach LaVine and Alex Caruso. Because now you would have the draft picks and the salaries to get it done. And imagine a starting 5 for the Lakers of Darius Garland, Zach LaVine, Jared Vanderbilt, Anthony Davis, and Evan Mobley. That's pretty good. And if all that works, you may be good enough to win a championship. Because you have a nice balance of offense, defense, playmaking, scoring. You'd have a ton of athleticism at that point, rebounding, size, and you'd still have like Austin Reeves off the bench, Alex Caruso, Cam Reddish, Christian Wood. Maybe you even go get Andre Drummond in that deal and have like Drummond, right? Like you'd be in good shape if you were the Lakers at that point. So that's something I'd think about. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass a question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Where do you think LeBron, if again, assuming he gets traded, where do you think he should go? Where would you want him to go? If you have a favorite team, do you even want him on your favorite team? Again, I don't believe LeBron James is going to be traded. But while the news is out there, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Let's see how it goes. But anyway, again, how do you feel? What your thoughts are? I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.